Hey mamas, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Christy and I am a homeschool mom of 3 kids and a mom of a newborn. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing our curriculum choices for the 2020-2021 school year. So I wanted to go ahead and throw this video up and get it out there. But I just wanted to share what we're doing this year with you guys. I'm going to put all of our grades into one video because it is kind of late me putting this up and not do like separate videos for each grade level. My older 2 kids are in the 5th and 6th grade, so a lot of what they're doing are going to be the same. We're going to do a lot of subjects the same except for math, so there was no really big need to do separate videos. And then my preschooler, I'll share what we're doing with him as well. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what we're doing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my pre-K student. He is 4 years old, so this is the first time we've really done any like super structured learning with him. So everything I've ever done with him has just been like by happenstance, as far as like ABCs, 1, 2, 3, all that kind of stuff. He can only count to 10 without messing up, and so we'll be focusing on counting, writing his name, and a few other things, and letter recognition and sounds. Basically, I'm not going to be doing too much with him, especially to start off. So we would kind of just see how the year goes, and I'll gauge exactly how things are going to be working together. So here is a look at his schedule. I made it really, pre-K friendly for him. So we're going to do a lot of reading together. As far as this math, this is basically just counting, sorting, math, things like that. Number recognition. And then for writing, we'll do writing, his name, letter tracing, things like that. We'll be doing nature study and music together as well.
This music?
Mm-hmm. All right, so right here in his main folder, I just made this little thing for him, but this is where I have his handwriting practice sheets. These are all the same. They are just him learning to write his name. It's all that is in this folder. It's just handwriting practice. We won't start off with that right away. This will be something we kind of like work into. I found this at Walmart. It's printing practice, and it's a white clean workbook. I shared this in my Walmart school haul, so I'll link this up in the cards if you have not seen it. But this will be something else that we kind of work into as well. Scissor skills, we'll be definitely doing this as well. It's a fun practice activity book. I got this off Amazon. I will make sure to link this in the description box for you guys if you're looking for anything like this to add to your homeschool curriculum. But this just kind of shows you where the scissors should go and on each of the pages. And these are just different little activities for learning to cut. Now, teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. I have used this book with all of my kids, and it works very well. Normally I only have to do maybe about half of the book, and then they're able to just take off. So I've never done the whole 100 lessons because I haven't had to. So we'll see how Aiden does with this, but I have used this with all of my kids around his age. I start at probably 3 with Zanaya, but Micah and Aiden, I'm starting with them being 4. Boys, they're just a little bit slow to catch up sometimes than girls. So this will be my first time using this with him, but this book is amazing. I will link that as well. It works. It definitely has helped me teach my kids to read. So yeah, I'll definitely use this again. I've had this forever, and like I said, it works. And I'll also be using the Gentle Classical Preschool curriculum as like a base for Aiden this year. I don't have the actual curriculum in here, but I do have it printed off and I have that in one of my binders, because this is the free version. The free version just gives you like a basic overview of what you should be teaching. It doesn't go into like deep details. Anything extra you want to add, you purchase it from her shop. I will link her shop below for you guys. This is by Erin Cox. It's an amazing curriculum. I think it's very all-encompassing and perfect for a 4-year-old. So I definitely will be using that with him. And this is level 1. And what I do have in here are just some of her extra printouts that she has on her in her resource library. So this is kind of like something that we'll be doing. He's already kind of like started doing some of this already, and I laminated each of these pages so that we can use them over and over again. So it has the days of the week and the months, and then what the weather is like, and then there are different shapes that he can trace. So we'll be doing that, and I'll just be adding more shapes as we go along as well. But yeah, so this was really cute. I went ahead and added that into his little binder, and that is the basic things that I'll be doing with him. We'll be doing a lot of supplemental things as well, which I will share as we go through the year. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. So these are the things that I'll be using with my 6th grader. I have basically pieced together a curriculum for everyone. I do want to show you guys her binder. So in her binder, she has her schedule. It is blank and laminated so that they can fill it in case anything changes throughout the year. They can just wipe it off and then redo it. That way I don't have to print off a new schedule. So this is her schedule. And for math, we'll be using Eureka Math. It is a free online curriculum, and I think it's really amazing, a really amazing curriculum. I plan on supplementing these lessons with Khan Academy, which is also free and online. So I will make sure to include the links to those 2 programs for you guys in the description box. But this one, this is the student workbook, but there is a teacher workbook as well. So you can kind of go through it, the curriculum, to see how you should be teaching the lessons. So I just went ahead and printed off the worksheets that correlate. And like I said, I will be supplementing with Khan Academy. And that is going to be the only main thing that's going to be different between the 2 curriculums. My 2 kids, my 6th grader and 5th grader. Also for language arts, we're going to be using the Good and the Beautiful, and I'm using level 5 with her and with my 5th grader. I think they're both pretty much gonna be on the same level with this. I will actually kind of gauge and see. My 5th grader might not even do well with level 5. I might need level 4 for him, but we will see. I went ahead and printed that out as well and put it into their binders as well. All right, and then for writing, I have this print off that I got from thisreadingmama.com. She has some really amazing resources. Definitely check her out if you are looking for things like this. This is mostly to help her with cursive. Zanaya is already writing in cursive, so this is going to just be practice for her. I also picked up this cursing writing practice. This is grades 2 through 3. But like I said, it's just basically a review for her. And this will be new concepts for my 5th grader, Micah. He doesn't really write in cursive, so I'll be using both of these with both of them. But yeah, so this will be something. I think I definitely got this off of Amazon. I'm sure I got this off of Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys. But yes, I know a lot of schools don't teach cursive anymore, but this mama does. So we'll be working on that in handwriting and in this cursive writing practice notebook. right, so we will be learning the 50 states and geography. I noticed that my kids were lacking seriously in this. I'm going to take the initiative and teach this year in homeschool. We are going to be doing American history, so I think this will be great to correlate as well. So as we go back to 13 colonies, and as states are added through American history, we can go through the map together. So I have this print off laminated again in their binders so that they can go through that. In addition to learning the 50 states, okay, so that's all in their binder. All right, we will be using this Spectrum Geography, United States of America for geography in correlation with learning the 50 states. So we will be going through this together for geography. I also picked this 50 states book up, and it kind of gives like basic information about each of these states. So I figured that we can use this for, you know, a supplemental resource to learn about the states as we go through. For history, we are going to be doing the story of the world. And again, like I said, we're doing American history, so I needed both books to get us through to past the civil rights era. So we're starting with, you know, Christopher Columbus, and I was looking through Ambleside Online as a guide for this, because this is where I found out about these books from Ambleside, which is a Charlotte Mason curriculum, online, totally free. And in that curriculum, she also suggests reading This Country of Ours. So I read through that, and it's a little wishy-washy for me. Like the whole Christopher Columbus thing, I'm having trouble with. Even some of the excerpts in there dealing with slavery, I don't totally agree with. So I'm not sure if I'll be using This Country of Ours or not. I will probably maybe pull a few things out of it, but not too much, because some of that stuff is really old, and because of that, I don't agree with a lot of it. And you know, it's just, you know, it's written with an old mindset. And maybe I can still use it, and then also come behind it and explain why these things might be wrong or why I don't agree with it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that quite yet. But I definitely will be using the story of the world with for American history 3 and 4. So we'll get about halfway through with this, and then the rest of the way with volume 4 for history. I found this online, Everything You Need to Ace English Language Arts in One Big Fat Notebook. I thought this was so cool. I think the kids will really like this. So they'll both be using this for language arts, as like for grammar and things like that. So we'll be using this in combination with the Good and the Beautiful language arts curriculum, just because I like things that are like really straightforward. So I wanted to get something like this that would be straightforward. For literature, I'm trying to infuse a lot of African American or Black history into our curriculum this year. So for literature, she's going to be reading Anne of Green Gables. She'll also be reading I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. So they each have one like living book, and then one book by a Black author that they'll be reading for literature. I will be talking about how to write a biography and all that good stuff, so I will have her write a biography also about Maya Angelou for her 6th grade literature. In this folder, I have some copy pages already printed off, so they each have a folder like this that they'll have copy pages added to each week. So this will be something that they do in conjunction with, you know, literature and language arts as well, to help with their grammar, writing, spelling, and stuff like that. For science, we're going to be using Easy Peasy Homeschool, which is a free curriculum that is online. The kids wanted to learn about animals, so we're going to be using their online program, and we're going to be using zoology. So I don't have that right in front of me, but we will be using that for science. And we'll also be learning about George Washington Carver. Like I said, I'm trying to infuse as many Black people into our curriculum as possible. So I'm going to be having them learn about George Washington Carver in science as well. So this will be something we put into like our looping days. So it's not something we're going to do every day. So I got these 2 books for us to start learning about who George Washington Carver was and his contributions in American science. And for our foreign language, we're going to be learning Spanish. I found this early language book at Target Dollar Spot, so we're going to go through this together. I also will have them listen to this Spanish for Kids podcast. I'll try to find that link and put it in the description box for you too. But they have like daily they have lessons and vocabulary words and all that stuff, and they help you learn how to make conversations. So we'll be listening to that and using this throughout the school year. We're also going to be doing nature study. That book is not arrived yet. We're going to be using nature anatomy book, the nature anatomy book for nature study. I'll put a picture up here for you and link it in the description box, but that is the book we'll be using for that. And that is it for my 6th grader. The only difference for my 5th grader is that he'll be reading the Jungle Book for his literature piece, and he will be studying Langston Hughes, the Dreamkeeper, for his Black author. His copy pages are a little bit different. So he has, his book has not come yet. We're going to be reading the one and only Ivan. I've heard great things about that book. So his copy pages are from, they correlate with that book. Hopefully those 2 books, the Nature Anatomy and the one and only Ivan, will be here soon. It was on back order, but hopefully they'll be here before we need them. So he will be reading that book, and his copy work will be based on that. And that is everyone's curriculum. Yeah, so that's everything. I will be sharing what we're doing throughout the year, as well as any supplemental resources that we include as we get to them. We'll be starting out coming up here next week, so I want to go ahead and get this video out for you guys. I hope you found it educational and informational, and hopefully give you some maybe something that you didn't think about adding into your homeschool, which is what we do these videos for, right? So I'm excited to get back to doing homeschool again. It was funny because on my memories it popped up when I was actually creating the curriculum for their pre-K and kindergarten years in 2015. So it was crazy that it's, it was like a reminder that, hey, this was, something that you did just a few years ago all over again. So I'm excited to get back into it and start our year off right. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. All right, bye-bye.